Hello, welcome for another tactics video. This time we are going to talk about combos. Now, I've gone over a few little bits of combos before, like adding in commissars and primary psychers to a unit to up their leadership and keep them going. But now we are going to be doing combinations for attacking and defending. Now, like most combos, you go for orders and psychic power. Now, the usual one, which I usually always go for, divination, because the primary power, prescience, very effective. Most people do go for it, so do I. But obviously, where I go through my command with the astropath, you're forced to go for telepathy. But that actually got some very good psychic powers in there as well for combos. Right, so let's take the conscripts, for example. You put a commissar in there, up in their leadership from 5 to 9, or 10 if you put a Lord Commissar in there. And then in psychic phase you give them divination prescience. That's twin linking all their shots. So then you give them the order to first rank fire, second rank fire. That's at close range 150 twin linked shots. That's a hell of a lot of firepower. And then if you are lucky and you get the right psychic power, this, I absolutely love this, misfortune. Now you think 150 twin linked rending shots, that's enough to bring down a Titan. 150 point conscripts unit brings down a 700-800 point Warhound Titan. That's dangerous. You can have a lot of fun with that. But then that's not the only thing. Obviously, where I went over on the last one about pinning down the enemy, there is a psychic power which will also give you pinning. I can't remember which one it is, but yeah, you can do the psychic power with pinning for that and then give the orders to them for another thing. And you can obviously give more than one psychic power for a squad, but you can only do one order for a squad. So let's say you've got 3 las cannons, 1 las cannon team. You give them the order to bring it down, and then you give them prescience. But then there is another one, another psychic power that you can do for them. I can't remember which one it is. That will ignore cover. So right there you've got 3 heavy las cannon shots, reroll to hit, reroll to penetrate or wound, ignores cover. What more could you ask for? That is heavy, that is very powerful. And then let's go through the divination ones. Right, so you've got prescience, and then you've got foreboding, overwatch at full ballistic skill. You put your regular squads up front, behind Aegis defence. Orcs charge you, you haven't been able to pin them because you haven't taken any casualties, you're still firing at full overwatch. And if you gave them prescience in your previous psychic phase, because they're still gonna be twin linking until your next psychic phase. Then they get 100 twin linked shots firing at full ballistic skill as the enemy charge you in their turn. They're going to lose a lot of models. They're going to lose a lot of men. Forewarning, giving 4+ invulnerable save. Now that's pretty damn handy. That is very handy considering Imperial Guard only have a toughness 3. There is a lot that can strip their 5+ armour and you won't have any armour saves whatsoever. I mean, even a bolt gun will take away your armour. So you get 50 guys with a 4+ invuln save, spread them out in front of your entire line. There you go, again, basic conscripts. You give them prescience, you give them forewarning. Them conscripts are going to stay around for a very long time and hold up the enemy. And then you got perfect timing, there you go, ignores cover. Extremely handy, that's the one I was talking about. Precognition. This one only does the psyker. I don't really like psychic powers that only do one model, because in the Imperial Guard with massed amounts of men, you want to get out for as many men as possible. There you go, misfortune, rending, you cannot complain about that. I love that psychic power. And Scryer's Gaze. Could be good for getting points and objectives and that lot. But yeah, you can get a lot of decent combos going out. I mean, you think all this ignores cover. So you got the order to fire on my target, ignores cover, and then you've got the psychic power, perfect timing, to ignore cover as well. That is also taking away all of them pesky jinx saves. You get them orc bikers with that special rule to get a 2+ jinx save. Nope, forget about it, they don't have it. You ignore cover. The jinx save is a cover save. You get all of them pesky Eldar and their trickery with all them jinx saves from their skimmers. Nope, forget about it. Ignores cover. That's what I mean, combinations. You put ignores cover on las cannons or auto cannons, you're gonna bring down a lot of vehicles. A very small infantry squad with las cannons or auto cannons, they can do a hell of a lot of damage. And then I think you can use things like mortars. Mortars also have the pinning special rule, but they're strength 4. So you fire mortars over your infantry into the enemy lines, pin them down that way, give them prescience, they can re-roll their scatter. You're going to take out a lot of orcs or whatever you're up against and pin them down so you can keep them at bay and keep shooting them. Combinations, they work very, very well. Another combination that you could go for, putting a Lord Commissar in with your conscripts and then put in a priest in there as well. Priests very good at making a squad very good in hand-to-hand combat, especially with their war hymns. There is a lot that you could do from everything. You've got psychic powers, you've got orders, you've got characters that bring in special rules to the whole unit if you attach them. You mix them all together and you can come up with some really nasty combinations. People say Imperial Guard, foot slogging infantry, not worth it. I say different. Take it easy. Good gaming.